Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, what is the matter with the person in the mirror? Why can't this person save money? Why can't I get my finances in order? Well, I stumbled across something that may have the answer for everyone. I'm gonna share with you today. So hook me up with a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet, and let's talk about why so far we haven't been able to win with money. If we haven't met before, my name is Christine and I'm the host over here at Frugal Fit Mom. My goal is to help you live the life that you want without breaking the bank, but find fulfillment as well. So I was at my mom's house recently. On her bookshelf, I found this book. Have you seen this before? The Tightwad Gazette by Amy Decision is how you pronounce her name. Now this episode or this version was published in 1989. I'm gonna verify that right now. Nope, I lied. It was 1992. So 1992 and now it's 2023 and I'm wondering, are these even relevant today? So I took it from my mom's house and brought it home and started perusing it, and guess what I found? A whole page dedicated to reasons people cannot save money. Are these accurate? Is it just filler pages in a book? I don't know. So I decided to peruse and read all of these things, and I'm gonna share them with you today. But essentially what it comes down to are lies we tell ourselves and excuses we use to justify why we can't save money so far. I think most of these are up for debate, as in if you're claiming these excuses, I think you could probably do them as well. It's just a matter of telling yourself a different story. Let's go through these 9 reasons that people can't save money, and you can decide for yourself, do these describe you? Are these the reasons you can't save money? And let me know down in the comments which one is one that you absolutely cannot change. I'm just no good at cooking. Now, I feel like this is a really, really valid reason. If you know me and my channel, you know that I'm a huge proponent of cutting the grocery budget and learning to cook. Just some basic items can save you so much money. You do a home cooked meal, in place of going out to eat, you're gonna save oodles and probably eat a little healthier as well. In fact, I have hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of cooking videos here on my channel. I'll leave an entire playlist for you down below. I even have 3 e-cookbooks for a couple of dollars. I'll leave those down below as well. Family, tried, and tested. Here's the truth. Nobody is good at cooking from the beginning. Everybody has to try it out, fail a few times, and figure it out in the process. So if you're a beginner at the cooking, don't feel like you need to compare your bread making skills to my bread making skills because I've been doing it for 20 years and you've been doing it for 1 day. That's not a fair comparison, even a little bit. And it can be something as simple as, what do I like? I love chili. I'm gonna try and make chili myself. And if you don't wanna raise your own cows and grow your own beans and take care of the dried beans and grow your own vegetables to put into the chili and dry your own chilies and grind them up for the chili powder, store-bought is just fine. Reason number 2 you can't save money, I think this one's hilarious, honestly, and goes right in with the first one, is my family won't eat casseroles. Listen, some people just don't like casseroles, and that's okay. There's a lot of other ways to make delicious meals that don't involve casseroles. But if you wanna try some casseroles that don't suck, I made a whole video on that. I make casseroles almost never. Casseroles are not in my regular rotation. It is not something I gravitate towards, even though I have no problem with them personally, but it's just not something I go to. I'm more of a protein and vegetable sides kind of girl. So I like a really delicious flavored protein, maybe with a little sauce and some delicious vegetables on the side. That's kind of my go-to when it comes to prepping a meal. You don't have to eat casseroles to save money. That's what I'm saying. I have frequently told myself the lie that I am not a creative person. Perhaps you have also told yourself that you are not a creative person. Mine stemmed from talent shows. People at church and people at school would sign up for talent shows. And guess what talent shows are? They are performing arts. I have no skills in performing arts. Therefore, I believed I had no talents and that I was not creative. As it turns out, that's a complete lie. I am creative, and so are you. You might even be wondering, what the heck does creativity have to do with saving money anyway? My friends, it's one of the most important things, is finding creative ways to have a fulfilled life without spending cash all the time. Is the only thing you can think of to have a good time is to go out to a restaurant and a show? That's not all there is. You can do other things. We just have to approach it a little differently and a little creatively. If you think the only way of like watching your favorite TV shows and movies is to stream every single service possible, when I do budget breakdowns on my podcast, I have a lot of people that spend $100 a month on streaming services. My local library has basically every TV show, every movie. It is all on DVD, so you still have to have a DVD player. You can pick one of those up at a thrift store, and you can watch all of your favorite stuff for free with your library card. You know what else you can do for free? You can try out Audible for 30 days for free with my code down below. Audible is sponsoring today's video, and I'm very, very excited to partner with them today to talk specifically about mental health and how audiobooks and content on Audible can help you out with that. So during the month of May, I'm very excited to join Audible in raising awareness for mental health, providing support, and giving education. So I want to talk to you about a couple of books that I think would be really, really useful, and one in particular that I really enjoy. How does Audible work? Let me tell you. Every month you get 1 credit to purchase a title which stays in your library forever. You also have access to the Plus catalog all the time. Like everything that's in the Plus catalog, you can use that as well. Members also get full access to a complete list of audiobooks, music, Audible originals, and podcasts, including my podcast, the Frugal Fit Mom podcast. You can listen across any device. My personal favorite is my phone. I pop in some headphones, I go about my business, I do it while hiking, I do it while biking, I do it while cleaning the house with CarPlay in my car. You could also do it on your computer. So studies have shown that to create good mental health, you need habits that you do every day. And I'm a huge fan of the book, The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. It teaches you the importance of creating habits, how to do it successfully, and how it impacts your mental health. I cannot recommend this book enough. I'm also really interested in how nutrition affects mental health. There's a couple of books that you could listen to on Audible for that as well. One of them is Nutrition Essentials for Mental Health. Another title in my library that I can highly recommend, I've talked about it before, is called Dopamine Nation by Dr. Anna Lemke, as it talks about this day and age of constant stimulation in the form of social media and instant gratification and what that can do to our mental health. It's really, really fascinating. But if I had to pick one title for you to start with today, it would definitely be The Power of Habit. I think it's a must listen for everybody. So if you want to try out Audible for free for 30 days and check out this book, The Power of Habit, all you have to do is go to audible.com/frugalfitmom, or you can text Frugal Fit Mom to 500-500 and you can try it for free for 30 days. 30 days for free to see if you like it at all. You can't go wrong with this deal. Audible.com/frugalfitmom, or you can text Frugal Fit Mom to 500-500. If you have a favorite audiobook that you really enjoyed that I didn't talk about today, let me know down in the comments. I'm always looking for new ideas. I'll have all of the audiobooks I recommend down in the description along with that link to try them out. This next reason you can't save money, I am quoting word for word out of this book, so don't get mad at me, I'm just the messenger. My wife spends everything I save. You could fill that in the blank with anybody. My husband spends everything I save. My kids spend everything I save. My partner spends everything I save.
If you don't have any money, you should not buy anything.
The studies have shown that money problems, money fights are the #1 cause of marital discourse, of partner arguments, and divorce. So maybe you're already with someone and you're struggling with this. It's okay to set goals together and see if you can achieve a common goal together, and then maybe you can get there. And if you're not with someone yet, I would urge you to have the money and finances compatibility be one of the top things that you look for in a long-term partner. Hey, what would you say to someone who is in a partnership with someone and they don't see eye to eye on money? What would you say the success rate is on them being financially secure?
Oh, poor.
Low, you think very low?
Very low.
Do you think finding someone that you are compatible with would be better than trying to create a compatibility in that topic?
That's an interesting question. I don't know if I totally agree with that, because my spending habits were not the same as yours, but I was open-minded to it. So you have to gauge someone's flexibility and open-mindedness to adjusting and bringing your goals together.
You wanna wave? Have you ever heard that teenagers are expensive? I got a few of these. Are you guys expensive?
Probably.
Probably. Let's talk about the huge teenager expenses and how we can mitigate those. I'd say a lot of them are not necessary. Let's go braces. Are braces necessary?
It depends.
No, they are not necessary. Are they necessary to life, to survival? No. No, they're not. A big expense for this one over here is car insurance. Do you have to drive?
No.
No, that's a privilege. That's not a right. Can your teenager who drives have a job to help pay for insurance?
Yes.
Yes. How many of your friends have cell phones? Like iPhones?
All of them?
All of them.
All of them. Do you have a phone?
I don't.
Do you have a phone?
Not exactly.
So are you saying that cell phones are not necessary?
Nope.
Not quite, but it would be nice.
Yes, it would be nice. Is it necessary?
No.
No, it's not necessary. Obviously, one of these is feeling the social pressure for sure. I understand that my decision on cell phones is 1% of parents, but I also feel very strongly about kids not having cell phones too young.
I posted a pic on Insta and it only got like 3 likes. I'm literally dying.
I feel like it's better for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're super addictive. Like even for adults. And now the dog is just like crunching on kibble. Oh my gosh. You can clearly see that this one is significantly taller. I mean, this one's not growing at all, but this one over here is significantly taller. Because you're growing so fast, am I getting you a 100-item wardrobe every 6 months?
Nope.
No, we're doing like classics, basics, as you get to the height you're gonna be, you know, and then we can invest in a few more pieces.
Yeah.
Everybody's favorite argument on expensive teenagers.
I knew you were gonna say that.
The food. You gotta learn to cook. If you cook basic stuff, food that tastes really, really delicious, your kids will eat it, I'm telling you. Here's what's super interesting. You guys can back me up on this, okay? Beans and rice, yay or nay?
Yes.
Yay.
Because it's delicious.
And salty.
And salty. So I got dino nuggets on sale, like at the store. Dino nuggets, yay or nay?
Eh.
I could not believe how much these kids don't like the dino nuggets. Like the ones everyone buys from Costco. Everyone buys them from Costco and my kids are like, Brussels sprouts.
Pretty good.
Asparagus.
It all depends on how you cook
Say
it.
the way I cook it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts, yes or
Yes.
no? Broccoli, yes or no?
It's a,
What's
well,
your favorite way I make it?
Broccoli.
Broccoli?
Yeah.
When you put it in the pot of like water and stuff.
When I steam it.
Yes.
Asparagus, yes or no?
Yeah.
Not really.
You don't like asparagus?
No.
I like other vegetables better, but yeah, it's good.
Like, what's your favorite vegetable?
I really like your broccoli, and I like broccoli probably.
Broccoli and broccoli.
Lettuce, a salad.
He doesn't like vegetables.
Lettuce. Lettuce is your favorite vegetable. You're a freaking weirdo, man.
I can't think.
Get out of my video
It's
right
all-
now.
I'm
My
invested.
favorite vegetable is potatoes.
Oh yeah, that one. That one's fun.
Hashtag carbs for life. This next reason why you can't save money, I actually think is pretty true, but it also teaches an excellent lesson. And the reason is that it is very difficult to make ends meet these days. Here in 2023, we have experienced massive amounts of inflation from the cost of gas, the cost of food, property taxes, utilities, and housing. Oh my curse words, the cost of housing is absolutely through the roof. And there are some bills that you really can't do much about. Can't really change your utility bills, can't really change your house payment if you already have one. However, what we can do is look at our budget as a whole and cut down on the variable expenses. That means the things that you can control: streaming services, gym memberships, going out to eat, entertainment, haircuts, travel. You could probably even cut your gas bill a little bit if you're more careful about how you run errands. And if you can go hybrid and work from home sometimes, that can also save on gas as well. So really analyzing your needs and wants. And this is something that I've talked about also if you're really trying to get ahead. Maybe you're finishing up some schooling, maybe you're trying to pay off some debt. The side hustle is king.
There's nothing, nada, zip. Yeah, unless you want to work 40 hours a week.
My husband and I utilized it for years as we were trying to pay off our debt on one very small teacher's income. And it wasn't just me as the stay-at-home mom that did the side hustles. My husband did the full-time job and came home and did extra side hustles to help us get ahead financially. And remember, these decisions are not always long-term. They can be short-term to reach your financial goals a little bit faster.
I just don't have time to chase deals.
That is a common reason people think they can't save money, is because they think they don't have time to chase deals. And my friends, it's not always about chasing deals. Sometimes it is about deciding between wants and needs and really doing a self-dive into how you're spending your time. Because if we're sitting here scrolling on our phones, they're on the Instagram, on TikTok, on whatever app it is that you like to do, or watching tons of Netflix, like just one more season and then I'll go to bed. You actually do have time to save a little bit of money in some select areas. And maybe for you, it might be better to pick a few areas to save some money and leave the rest as it is. It's one of the reasons I push the grocery budget the most, because after housing, for most people, the grocery budget is the highest bill and the most easily cut because it's one of the fluffiest. So if you're thinking, I don't have time to chase sales, consider this. How much food do you throw away every week and every month because you bought it with good intentions and then never got around to using it? That's money that's going directly into the garbage. So maybe it's not about chasing sales. Maybe it's about really analyzing what you do need and what you don't need. And then if you're doing any online shopping, just use one of those cashback apps. These days, it's so easy to find sales, to find discount codes, to save as much money as is available to you. One of my favorite ones is Rakuten, used to be Ebates. If you haven't used it, I have a link below if you want to go check it out. I think it gives you like $30 off your first purchase of $30 or more or something like that, in addition to the percentage back of your online shopping anyway. I can never find anything good at thrift stores. Do you ever have people say that?
Well, sometimes I feel like
I've said that. I feel like I've said that. I feel like we don't live in a place with great items.
it's a hunt. We have found a few things, but usually we walk away empty-handed more often than not.
Yes, so option number one would be to obviously go to a different town.
Yes.
We have a unique town situation. It's just not gonna work. Maybe we need to drive a little bit. So if you wanna spend the day hunting for some treasures, great. Here's another option. You know those like community or multi-family garage sales? Sometimes you can find better stuff there.
Yeah.
Because people kept it because they're like, I bet I can get some money for this.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great option. I've also seen Facebook Marketplace. Let's do clothing for like lot of clothing for a 10-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Right, and they'll have this huge wardrobe. They're selling everything at once. It's usually in pretty good condition. That's another option. So I'm gonna say, think outside the box, travel a little bit, find a smaller one. I don't have time to ...
It's a real problem sometimes, and sometimes it's in our heads.
You're saying there's some truth to that, and also could also be used as a crutch.
I'm saying I've done both. I've used it both ways. There's been times I legitimately don't have time, and there's been times I know that I look back at when I was a kid, like when I was in college, and I thought I was busy.
I thought you were talking about 10-year-old
No.
kid. Okay, college kid.
When I was a college kid, there was lots of times I thought I was busy.
Listen,
And then I got to be an adult, a real adult,
with lots of children,
and I
realized
I can do a heck of a lot more.
you're not that busy when you're in college. What's the least time-consuming thing you can do to save money?
Stop filling voids in your soul with shopping.
You used to shop from boredom? Or to fill
Do
one
I
void?
need to go back over the snowboard? I had a really bad semester in college when I decided not to pay my car payment and instead bought a snowboard. By the way, the car payment went to my parents, and I learned a lesson when they almost took the car away.
You know, sometimes we get mad at our teenagers for making bad decisions. And then we remember the bad decisions we made as teenagers and college students, and we were like, you know what, they're not doing too bad. Okay, so I don't have time to cook. That's people's thing. I don't have time to cook because if I cooked, it would save money. I don't have time.
Make time.
Oh, that's harsh.
I know, but like that's where I've had the best luck is like you just make it a priority. It's all about priorities. This whole journey of ours has been priorities.
So if your priority is to save money, you will find a way no matter what.
Yeah.
Dude, I request you bump this. Nice job. Dang it, freaking we can't get that ever. Crap. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna like do for my peripheral vision.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. How did Lily and Marshall get that? Come on, I'm gonna get it, David. Welcome to the after show. Dumb stuff we said when we didn't know better. Ready? I said, my kid will never cut their own hair. I said that out loud. Woo! Did I eat my words on that one? Can you do this?
You want to know something crazy? Your forearm is the same length as your foot. Oh, you can't see it on camera.
Dude, seriously?
Yeah, check.
Is that why my feet are so big? No.
Maybe you have small feet.
I do not have small feet. I have big feet. I have freakishly long forearms. Here's another one, also about the kids. I will never cut off the apple skins for my kids' apple slices. Well, joke's on me. Guess how Andrew ate apples? Like this, like a watermelon slice, and left the peels. No, and left the peels all over the table.
Yeah.
Joke's on me. When I was in college, I totally did the like, you don't understand how tired I am garbage. You know who really is tired? Brand new parents with a newborn.
Yeah.
Those people are freaking tired.
Parents
little did I know.
Parents trying to potty train.
Oh my gosh.
Your wingspan is usually around the same height as your height.
My wingspan is actually taller than my height.
So is mine.
I was so stupid, I'm embarrassed. And I seriously can't remember any of them.
You were so stupid that you're embarrassed to say things that you said.
But I'm saying I'm not embarrassed. I mean, I am embarrassed, but I can't remember them because I have shunned them so deep. I've shoved them into the deepest, darkest parts of my soul, so I never have to relive them.
I'm thinking about the prayer 5.
I so just want to blame you.
Here,
but-
do you want to do the prayer 5?
What's the prayer 5?
Up, down, out, 5. Here, bro, go that way. Andrew, get her. Okay. It's up, down,
We're gonna
out,
get people
clap.
mad at us for that one too.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Up, down.